Greetings, and once again welcome back to the Insanity. Last time we left off, we fixed things and we broke things, kind of like every episode I guess. But we were just about to set up this little process to create some more lubricant from tar essentially. So that's what I'm going to do, but I have realized that we don't need coal dust here. Because we are going to do something cool, something new, something great, something awesome. And you will see in a moment what that thing is exactly. What we are going to need here, however, is a bit of... Let's see, will this work? Oh, it works, cool. That's pretty perfect. Because these two things both need Nexlit. And both of these inserters need power, surprisingly. And I also realized that I would like to save things in a PyTank here. So that's what I'm going to do. And when having a PyTank, it's also nice to have a pump just to faster get fluids into it. We do have an overflow valve at the other side, so no problems with fluids. So what we're going to do here is to set up a couple of boilers, naturally. And boilers need water. I think this will be good. And water needs an offshore pump and a pool. Luckily we just happen to have a pool here. Then we have some steam as output that we would like to very much have over here somewhere. Then we would like to have a belt. And let's see if we can kickstart things here. Okay, you need a bit more. Here, have some more steam, please. So then the fun thing begins. Actually, one is enough. Because when we have heavy oil, what can you do with heavy oil? And it turns out that you can do a little something called solid fuel, which is pretty nice. So we're just going to put solid fuel back into these boilers, and we get the solid fuel from this process, and therefore we are going to use an overflow valve here naturally. Just to make sure that we prioritize the solid fuel here first. So here, have some coal dust just to kickstart things. And I think that's enough. So you can see now we are getting solid fuel, which has a fuel value of 12 megajoules. And that ain't bad. So this will just be starting things off here. Producing heavy oil, producing lubricant eventually. Nice. And ooh, we have a delivery of hot air here. That will be very useful. Turns out that getting some heavy oil from this area might be a good idea after all. Although I'm sure that it's probably not the most efficient way, but that's okay. So lubricant fixed. So this should be running as long as we don't run out of Nexylite plates, most importantly. We are getting everything from tar. And the good thing here is that, where am I? All the overflow tar from this pie tank goes into this process. Although this means that we should also have a safety net, because if or when that thing is full, then we do need a sinkhole and an overflow, not an overflow valve actually. We need a pump. Because with the pump you can control it using a signal. So if tar is ever more than 45k or 46, because why not? Then it should go into this little sinkhole. Just placing it here so that I can see it better, so that it's not hidden behind the pie tank. So this should give us a fair amount of heavy oil, crude oil, and lubricants. And right now we are only caring sort of about the lubricants, but we might eventually go back to this place and do something with it. And I think we have a little train congestion here. This is what happens when you don't build enough signals. Thank you! Now I will move out of the way, because my work here is done. Darn it. So let me just think about where to go next. Right, we have to fix a couple of things as usual. Because LTN is having some, shall we say, delivery problems with various things. And fixing things with just by changing priorities doesn't always help, because sometimes you need things there, sometimes you need things elsewhere, and yada 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 yada. And let's see, where am I going? I'm going to the casting. That's where I would like to go, because in the casting area we have a bit of titanium, which is really nice, naturally. Let's do something like that. But some of this titanium needs to go to the Ulrichs so that they can work a bit faster. Rather, so that they can work at all. Okay, let me keep like 125 titanium maybe. And then I'm going to steal some bones. Not only from them, but also from the oaks, I think. And I think we have a couple of robots that want to give me stuff. While I'm here, let me just fix this power pole manually. So last episode we also had a bit of power issues. They are resolved for now, but we Might get them back. Let's just put it like that. So I'm going to go around and pick up some bones. And then I would like to give these bones oh darn it. I'm always confused by this. I would like to give these bones to the advanced casting production. Because with the advanced casting production I will get some more iron sticks and things. And with more iron sticks they will go to the mall among other things. Which should sort of hopefully help me get rid of the mall thingies. Let's see, how quickly do you make these things? Not very quickly, so I guess we'll have to wait with this, wait with delivering the advanced casting. Hopefully LTN will take care of it, but you never know. So then it's time for the new big thing. And the new big thing will involve landfill. Oh, and this mess reminds me of something. In the last episode I said that I did not want to place roboports manually, or using robots rather. But let's just say that I have changed my mind. So my plan is that if I place roboports near the edges. Come on, can we connect here somewhere? Then that should be enough for me to just get some more coverage everywhere. Let's see, where can I place you? And the idea is sort of that hopefully, will that work? I'm not sure. I probably should place it over there where I know that the robots can actually place things. Because they can't place things there. Of course, I said that I wanted to place it on the edge. That just happens to be there. And once they place this roboport, then they will be able to place the next, and so on and so on. So every now and then I'm just going to place some roboports. And I actually think that this is a good idea, that I will start by placing the next roboport, so to say. Where can I find some electricity here? Thank you. And we are blocking the path for trains again. That's something we would like to avoid. And that's kind of why we wanted to place these roboports in the first place. here it's enough with just placing one there. Cool. Then let's see, we should try and get one over here. And that means that we will have to place one right there. Well, we don't have to place it right there, but it will be enough by placing it right there. And let's see, how can I give you some power? Like that. That seems like a plan. So it's landfill time again. Seems like I already have quite a bit of landfill here, which is nice. Because it's time to get started with nickel processing. Which should be fairly easy. And then once we have the nickel processing, we are actually going to use the nickel directly. Because nickel can be combined with chromium. And nickel and chromium makes something. Nichrome. I hope I don't need any water source here. Oh well. So let me see here. We have some coverage over there. I would like to have some coverage over here, and since I am nearby, I can place this manually. Because you don't have to place things with robots, even though it's nice to place things with robots. And I'm running out of big electric poles. Luckily I can make some. Beware of trains. Oh, perfect. So this should hopefully make some robots build the rails here, so that I don't have to do that part manually. So how about we take a look at what we're going to do. Let's start with the Nichrome, because I would like to build that here as well. I wish I could use that recipe, but I can't. And right now it's enough with just a few of them per minute, say like 6 per minute, which is already a fair amount of chromium. But chromium we have in LTN, even though not a lot of it. So molten nickel. Actually I should separate this into a different block. Nickel, nickel, nickel. Matrix solver. So 76 nickel ore. that's the next step. We will start with nickel ore from tar and hydrogen, I think, because that is fairly easy. Even though it is quite expensive in terms of tar, we have quite a lot of tar at the moment. This recipe looks a bit interesting, but I don't know. Not right now, I think. So we just need to request some tar. So we need tar, and let's see, do we need... Yes, we need some kind of burnable things as well. And we need oxygen, that's easy. Borax, sand casting. Oh, but wait a minute, casting. We don't really want to cast things here, because we do have a dedicated casting area. And I'm planning on continuing using that casting area. Because it's good to to centralize things. Speaking of centralizing things, I would like all my radars to be at the center of an intersection. How much coverage do we have over here? Not a lot. Why are you not getting... Of course not. Thank you for getting power. Is this part lacking roboports as well? So it seems. I would like to cover the intersection with the roboport, because then I don't have to build it manually. I suspected you might say that it couldn't reach the whole way. That's okay. There we go. That's some robots doing some work. Nice. Okay, so how about we start with this? Well, this part should be fairly easy. It's just one Ionic Upgrader, and then we need... Okay, so we need a requester for tar and an item requester, I guess. Requester for tar and an item requester. It's an item requester, and then we need a fluid requester. And then we shall have a fluid provider. So this is nickel processing. R requester and molten nickel provider. I need lead. I need my train. There is my car. I do recall that I got a comment about getting more robots into the network, but the thing is that as long as I have less than 100 available robots, the system is automatically producing more robots. So eventually that will sort of take care of itself. And I'm not getting anywhere here, am I? Okay. Like that and like that, thank you. So I need to go to the northern part of the casting to get some lead. Oh, and then we should probably check into the casting. Oops, okay. Don't need that much lead. Though I would like to have up to 1,000, no more than 1,000. And then let's make a couple of those, and let's get some duralumin. See, we have some advanced casting. That took a fair bit of bones. That's fine. Oh, we managed to escape a train. So here, have some advanced casting, please. Did you maybe already get some advanced casting? Train log, please tell me if there was a delivery of advanced casting made recently. There has been. 54:50 and the time now is 57 approximately, so there's been 2 deliveries even. Cool. And speaking of advanced casting, I believe that I saw a horrible name for a train station. Ah, it's up there. Yes, robots, you'll just have to chase me for a little bit. Advanced casting. Item provider. Let's see here. We have one station here, one station here, one station there, and aha! What's this? Where are you getting this hydrogen chloride from and why? Oh, it's part of this block. Okay. So this is quenching, I guess, or what is the name of this? That's very helpful. quenching, yes. Okay, so quenching. East. You are item provider. And let's see. This is quenching north. And this is hydrogen chloride provider. And now I plan on moving out of the way because a train wants to pass. A train wants to go exactly where I went. Very helpful. Whoa, good. Thank you. Thank you, trains. It seems like we have a lot of trains in motion right now. That's a good sign, I guess. Might also have something to do with this construction work we're doing down here. Oh, and let's see. I would very much like to have a radar here, please. Thank you. How are we doing with iron sticks? I think it's doing fairly well. I'm just hoping that they actually get delivered to the mall as well. This is going to sync processing for some reason. Oh well. It might actually be time to increase the mall requester again. The request priority. I will leave it for now, but I will keep an eye on it. So let's see. I would like to go not down there, down here, but I can't. Why haven't I already pinned this? So let's see. Ionic Upgrader. Hooray, we can make one. I'm probably going to need more simple circuit boards. And this is a high pressure furnace. We already have one. So then it's just these things. Where are you? Oh, okay, fine. Well, since I am here anyway, I might as well set this request priority to 1. It should probably only affect science, I think. Oh, speaking of circuits, how nice. Let's see if we can kidnap some from you. Casting units, basic oxygen screener, yaw crusher. It's the usual things, sort of. Exactly. We're missing simple circuit boards. Let's just wait for a delivery. Thank you. Okay, you can... No! Darn it. Go back to the mall item input, please. We don't need the depot alarm, even though it's been a while since the depot alarm went off. Cool. Impact crusher. Yaw crusher. Screener. Will I need 1 or 2 screeners? 1, thank you. Ball mill. Oxygen furnace. And casting unit. And that's it. That's all we need. It's kind of nice to be near the mall because this is where the robots are. And this is where the items are, so I will just stand over here for a little while. Just to get some refill of things. And how about we get rid of some things? Still have this slaughterhouse on me. I don't quite need it, and oh, I have activated carbon and ulrix and stuff. Alright. Let's continue. I would like to go down here. And I'm parking here so that I'm out of the way. It might be time to start thinking about adding a couple of things to the mall. Is electricity still okay? Yes, for now. I just have a feeling that it might die any second. Okay, we do have a fair bit of raw fibers. How are we doing with Keysalk? Keysalk is struggling because we are missing a bit of glass. And the raw fiber provider here is not doing so well, so we might get a little electricity problem for a little while. So let's see, this is the tar requester. How about you actually request some tar? Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? And then we need the Ionic Upgrader. So let's start building from over here, shall we? Ionic Upgrader. Using tar and hydrogen. Oh, and you have an item output, so then let's just do something like this. Then we do need an electrolyzer in order to get the hydrogen and oxygen that we're going to need later. So you will be producing some items which should move forward in the chain, and then let's see. Where do we even start here? Okay, that's the ingredient, so we need a yaw crusher. And out comes nickel grade 1, which should go into a screener. And oh my god, of course, we are getting side products as well. Okay, I see that we have a request here, but I suspect that it kind of helps if there is a way to enter. And then there is the question if there is a way to exit, but that's a problem for later. So we are also going to need a multi-provider, of course. And it helps if you rotate it correctly. So this is again nickel processing, item provider. Yes, no path, I am fully aware. How about we just fix you a path? Thank you. Now please take me back. Oh, and here is a fix me scale up key salt plantations. I believe we did that in the last episode. Now if only we had some more glass. Thank you very much. So where is the electrolyzer? And this is of course going to need water. And since I didn't think about that, let's use a pump jack. I don't think it should be that much water it needs anyway. Where we'll get 200 hydrogen per 4 seconds. And this is consuming 100 hydrogen per 4 seconds. So everything is fine. Oh, I aligned it properly. I'm surprised. And eventually we will need to deal with some overflow in these pipes as well. Nickel ore. Actually, we maybe should just use a bit less space. Just because of the hell of it. Thank you. And out comes stone as a side product. So that needs to be dealt with first. Have I already placed? Okay, I have placed one of them. I just want to reserve space for the next one. So, something like this. Three different products, how fun! Or I mean 4 different products. Why am I somehow not surprised? Okay, stone. Ugh, damn. Okay, fine. 4 different products. We have dealt with worse, that's for sure. Can't remember when exactly, but no problem. That's done, that's done. Is that everything we've done so far? Okay. So then we have the rejects. What will the rejects become? They will become grade 1s. And then we have nickel grade 2, which will also become grade 1. You know what? I'm just going to let you share a belt. I hope that's okay. Okay, so grade... No, rejects. Nickel rejects. Should maybe go to the right side here. Because those should be going down here. And here we just need to deal with the sand as the byproduct. So sand can go to the right side. And then these will be recycled. I think that's an excellent idea. And that underground belt was unnecessary. Why is nothing happening? Ah, because we're full of oxygen, of course. That's fine. So we are going to use 114 oxygen and we're going to use 762 hydrogen. So that means that I do need to get rid of the oxygen, not the hydrogen. Gas vent and overflow valve. Overflow valve, thank you. That wasn't placed very well. Thank you. So let's see. This sand should just be going to the nearest exit. This should be reused here. And that means... Okay, right, grade 2. Need to filter out the grade 2. That's you. And then we need a ball mill. For the grade 3s. Which gives grade 4. No side products. Surprisingly enough. Oh, and we need borax, of course. Why wouldn't we need borax? So we need borax and we need something that burns. Coal dust. Coal dust burns just fine for the moment. Yeah, let's actually give it a little bit of time to deliver things and do stuff. And why on earth did I put this requester over here? I honestly don't know. I'm inclined to move it. Yes, I will absolutely move this. Because if we request things over here, things will get messy. Multi-provider item requester, thank you. But if we request things over here, things will be less messy. Oh, of course. Nickel processing item requester. Surprisingly enough, we still have power. Basic oxygen furnace. Here is where the oxygen will come in. Borax and coal dust, yeah, you can share the belt. Oh wait, but of course we have another item as well. So we need 2 item inputs and 1 fluid output. Now, let's see. This can just share belt. But we do need to put out some filter inserters. Coal dust and borax. Cool. Oxygen, right. Okay, and then borax and nickel grade 4. So now we are just waiting for deliveries. Let's hope that doesn't take too long, and in the meantime you can have some coal dust. Yeah, you can have all of it actually. And then we should figure out where this should go. Why did I build this over here? I don't know. What do you have? More tar? Interesting. I hope this will not affect my tar supply too much. Borax, borax, borax. Okay, and since this is a molten provider, let's change this provide threshold to 5000 because we are probably not going to have too much of this. Especially not considering the lack of borax. Hello borax, how are you doing with the borax? You are doing just fine. Sadly though, we have a delivery going elsewhere. Oh. Wow. So we have definitely no problem regarding quartz ore, because this lubricant that we set up is very useful. Very useful. I need faster inserters. Or in this case, more inserters. Do I have coverage here? Of course not. Let's see, where do we have a RoboPort? There you are. So we would like to have something set up kind of over here. I think over there. That's pretty good, yes, but let's actually move it a couple of more steps so that it is in the green area for once. And then we just need to fix, or rather to prepare for setting up this. Need to be there. Cool. Are we still lacking? No, we are not lacking any electric poles. We're just lacking robots. Alright, that will come eventually. So then we just need to... I'm guessing that the borax will come eventually as well, but possibly the train station needs to be bigger. Alright, I'm here. I'll fix. Thank you. So, cost... Damn it. Costing. I'm guessing it's time to set up another row of casters. Then we need pie tanks and we need logistic train stops. I bet I need to refill on something, but if I do, I have everything that I need up here. Come on. Don't even have any molten zinc. Something is wrong. Something is very... I mean, do you really... Yeah, of course you... Come on. Fine. Apparently it's not a good idea to connect you that close. I get it now. Zinc, and the red wire. In my opinion, those fluid networks are not connected, but sure, I get it. I get it. Oh, and then the hot air needs to be connected as well. Thank you. Better now? Yes. What is the distance here? The distance is that. Then the distance is that, and that, and that, and so on. Not sure how many of these I will be having in this area, but it's good to be prepared for expanding. Let's see, can I maybe do like this then? That seems to work just fine. So let's just build this one for now. It's enough to build one new instead of 20 new or something. Why do you not have signals? I wonder. Maybe I should have changed signals here, but I don't really... No, I don't think that's necessary in this case. So that's one, and that's two. Oh, and of course we should set it up using our little handy blueprint, and I'm out of pumps because I'm out of steel. I'm so glad that I'm doing work in this area, in the casting area, because then it's very easy to go and grab resources when you need them. I do strongly suspect that we should have some signals over here as well. Yeah, exactly. So this will be casting. North. Nope, just casting actually. Molten nickel requester. And you should then have molten nickel. 30k. That's a lot actually. Casting. Some kind of requester. Thank you, autosave. And this time let's actually compensate for the fact that we have an off by 1 error over here. And then let's put up nickel. So nickel plates. Less than 0. Seems like an excellent idea. Nickel plate less than 0. Apparently I have a bunch of nickel plates on me, probably from an older version of some recipe. Some belts and a requester. And this looks like a big mess. Where's my... there it is. Nickel plates. 4K. It might be time to start separating things so that not everything is at the same train station, but oh well. So, dear production, I'm stupid. I am just utterly stupid. I have heard that it helps to place an inserter. How far should we go? Next one. Damn, these trains are fast. There we go, that's some molten nickel for you. Great, that's another thing dealt with. Now the thing is that I need... the next thing, I need nichrome. But nichrome needs nickel plates and chromium. And I was thinking that I would have this close to the nickel production. But now it makes more sense to have it closer to the chromium production, which would be here. Chromium is struggling though, that's for sure. Question is why? No. Okay, sure. Chromite sand, chromite, chromite ore. Exactly. Chromium ore. So we do have some quenching, I believe, for this. But I guess that the problem here is just that Which one of you are responsible for chromium? Oh, we have too much tailings. We have too much tailings in the system. You do have an overflow valve, you do have some... Okay, we just need to reduce this one. We have too much tailings in the quenching area. So I'm just making a note of that, and then let's fix this. Okay. So what I would like to have now is a high pressure furnace. Luckily that doesn't take up that much space. And placing it here kind of makes sense actually, I think. Nichrome. That requires some... Is it from a pressure pump? No, it's a distillation column. Let's see. What's it called again? Nitrogen. Yes, I do need one of these pressure pumps as well. And oh my god, this is such a mess. I should probably start looking into other options for creating nitrogen. But there's a lot of things that I probably should do, such as turning this around to reduce the amount of spaghetti. Chromium nickel plates becomes nichrome. So connecting a red wire here. So when nichrome is less than 0, yes, exactly. Because here I would like to have up to 2000 nichrome, maybe. Tin chromium alloy. How about we actually use a red wire instead of a green one? Tin chromium alloy 2000. And then we have some chromite sand. Also 2000. What happened to 4000? I thought that was like my standard. But okay. Now it should be easier to detect chromium more than tin chromium alloy. Ah, so that's how I have set that up. Now in that case I would like to have another one, just to make this mess even nicer. Let's put it over here. So this will be a green wire. Chromium is more than... No, yes. Nichrome. In that case, output chromium. And this will say goodbye to a lot of our precious chromium. Chromium and nickel plates, right, so I should combine this with some nickel plates. I guess I'll just do something like this. It might seem like I'm squeezing things into places where they maybe shouldn't be, but to me it feels quite logical that we have this production here. You may disagree if you want to. That looks better. Then we do need to get rid of two things here. As usual. Pressured air. Seems like something I would like to have here. Excellent. Nitrogen should be coming along. So then we're just missing the nickel plates. Then we will get the nichrome. And that will be nice. So then the question is, how are we doing down here? Not over there, over here. Oh, that's not a lot. And it appears that we are once again stupid. Oh, we don't even have coverage in that place. Sure. Yay, we're getting some chromium. Where's my train? Oh. I'll just walk. One sound. Okay. This should be enough. Could maybe even start scaling things up now already. But I would kind of like to know. Okay, you need 3 nickel. So how would we scale this? Let's sort of assume kind of that I would like more nichrome, like 60. How do we scale this? The yaw crusher seems to be the first thing, and then the impact crusher and the automated screener. Yaw crusher, impact crusher, screener. That's the yaw crusher. That's the screener. Where's the impact crusher? There it is. Yeah, scaling up this one seems valid. You're missing 2 roboports for the robots. Too bad for you. Impact crusher. Yeah, let's actually give it an additional one. And then a screener. Then I'm probably running out of items for the yaw crusher. Oh, I can build a yaw crusher as well. Let's actually make that another yaw crusher. So now that we are sort of on our way to making nichrome. The question is, what can we use nichrome for? And here, for example, we have nylon, which is one of the ingredients for Kevlar and advanced small parts, nylon fibers, and all kinds of stuff, like more advanced stuff, essentially. It can also be used for chloride, which is another ingredient in Kevlar and things, and aramid fiber. Then we have methanol and glycerol, which we will get back to, and then a couple of other recipes. So it's basically a higher grade thing, useful catalyst apparently, and I can agree with that. It seems very useful. So glycerol, for example, that is only valid through this process right now, because these other setups are just complete madness, nothing we have access to just yet. And what can then glycerol be used for? It also produces oleochemicals, which is used in the advanced casting process at the moment. So glycerol is used for coal briquettes, and this requires like shortly over 100 megajoules in coal dust, and it produces 10 coal briquettes, and one coal briquette is 180, so this produces 1800 megajoules from approximately 100 coal dust, or 100 megajoules, using this glycerol and creosote and tar, and creosote is essentially tar, so this is just amazing once we get some amounts of glycerol going. So that's why I'm producing this right now. It just seemed like a useful item to produce, sort of. So we will just scale things a bit here. Just to handle some more amounts of capacity. Jesus, yeah, I can understand why I'm supposed to scale this one up. Oh, come on. Why? Where? What? I have no idea what's beeping. Please find me all programmable speakers. It's not this one. Not this one. It's not the depot. Ah. Okay, I see. It's the molybdenum. We have triggered the molybdenum alarm. Okay. You know what? I'm going to deal with that in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. And some trains are leaving stations with, oh dear lord, now it's a lot of things are beeping. Okay, so, oh dear, train is in depot with items or fluids. Where did you come from? Okay, so yeah, this is just too much. Thank you for watching if you can still hear me, and see you in the next episode.